Did you know that 80% of the habits you do every day are ruining your future? It's shocking, right? But here's the truth. Most of us don't even realize how our daily actions are slowly dragging us down. From hitting snooze to endlessly scrolling on your phone, these small habits are more dangerous than we think. In this video, I'm going to reveal 6 habits that are silently destroying your life. These are things we all do, but no one talks about the long-term effects. But don't worry, there's good news. The moment you break these habits, everything can change. Stay tuned as I walk you through simple but powerful strategies to stop sabotaging your life. It's time to take control and start living your best life today. Chapter 1. The Snooze Button Trap. How it steals your future. How many times have you hit the snooze button when your alarm goes off? If you're like most people, probably more than you care to admit. But here's the truth. That extra 5 or 10 minutes of sleep isn't helping you. In fact, it's making you more tired and less productive. Studies show that hitting the snooze button can disrupt your natural sleep cycle. You may feel groggy or disoriented after that extra rest, but it's actually worse for your body than just waking up. When you hit snooze, you fall back into a light sleep, which doesn't allow your body to rest properly. This leads to poor sleep quality and a sluggish start to your day. You've probably heard the saying, the early bird gets the worm. Well, there's a reason why successful people wake up early. Research from the Journal of Applied Social Psychology found that early risers tend to be more productive and have better mental health. They also make better decisions because their brains are more alert in the morning. The snooze button keeps you stuck in a cycle of laziness and poor decision-making. Instead of giving in to temptation, try this. Get up right after your alarm goes off. It might be tough at first, but in the long run, you'll feel more energized and accomplished. Plus, making your bed right away sets the tone for a productive day. You're already winning before you even start. The simple act of waking up and getting out of bed immediately can boost your productivity by up to 20%, according to Psychology Today. You'll feel more in control of your day, and you won't waste valuable time lying around, second-guessing whether you should go back to sleep. This small habit can lead to big changes in your productivity and mindset over time. Chapter 2. The Social Media Black Hole. How scrolling ruins your focus. Let's talk about social media. We all know it's addictive, but did you know it's actually changing the way we think? In fact, research by Harvard University shows that social media can negatively affect our attention span, causing us to lose focus for long periods of time. Scrolling through Instagram or Twitter might feel harmless, but it's eating up your time and brain power. In 2019, a Microsoft study found that the average person now has an attention span of just 8 seconds, less than a goldfish. Social media is a big culprit in this decline. The constant stream of notifications and posts makes it hard for your brain to focus on one thing for too long. We're constantly switching between tasks, and that's exhausting. If you're spending hours each day scrolling, you're essentially training your brain to crave short bursts of information instead of deep, focused work. The next time you find yourself mindlessly scrolling, ask yourself, what could I be doing instead? Could you read a book, learn something new, or connect with a friend in real life? The average person spends 2 hours and 31 minutes on social media every day, according to a report from We Are Social. Imagine how much time you'd get back if you cut that in half. You'd have more time to pursue your goals, improve your skills, or just relax without distractions. Start by setting limits on your screen time. Try using apps that block social media during certain hours of the day, especially when you need to focus. You'll be amazed at how much more productive and present you'll feel without the constant pull of your phone. Focused work leads to better results, whether you're working on a project, learning a new skill, or just enjoying life. Chapter 3. The Perfectionism Pitfall. Why chasing flawlessness is killing your dreams. Perfectionism might sound like a good thing, right? After all, who doesn't want to be great at what they do? But chasing perfection can actually hold you back more than help you. When you try to make everything flawless, you're often paralyzed by fear and overthinking. Instead of completing tasks, you get stuck in the details. Did you know that perfectionism is linked to burnout? A study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology found that perfectionists are more likely to experience high levels of stress, anxiety, and even depression. They tend to overwork themselves and can't accept that mistakes are part of the learning process. Perfectionism can also prevent you from trying new things. If you're afraid of failing, you might never take the first step toward your goals. But failure is not the end, it's part of the journey. In fact, Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." If he had been a perfectionist, we might still be in the dark today. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Set realistic goals that allow you to make mistakes along the way. By accepting imperfection, you free yourself to learn and grow. The key is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. Embrace the learning curve, and remember that every mistake is a lesson in disguise. To break free from perfectionism, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge that you're doing your best, and that's enough. Allow yourself to fail forward and see setbacks as opportunities to improve. This mindset shift can make a world of difference in how you approach your personal development. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss more tips on how to transform your life. Chapter 4. The later lie. How procrastination disguises itself as self-care. We've all said it, "I'll do it later." It's a phrase that often hides behind the mask of self-care, making us feel like we're doing ourselves a favor by delaying tasks. But what we don't realize is that procrastination isn't helping us, it's hurting us. Procrastination is often disguised as needing a break or waiting for the perfect moment. But it's a sneaky habit that steals your time and energy. In fact, Psychology Today reports that 20% of people identify as chronic procrastinators, and this pattern often leads to higher stress levels and missed opportunities. When you constantly put things off, the anxiety of unfinished tasks piles up, leading to feelings of guilt and frustration. A 2016 study by Steele in the American Psychological Association found that procrastination is linked to self-doubt and perfectionism. People often delay starting projects because they're afraid of not doing it perfectly. But this fear doesn't make the task go away, it just makes it worse. The key to overcoming procrastination is to start small. Break your tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of thinking about the entire project, focus on the first step. This simple trick can help you overcome the urge to procrastinate and get the ball rolling. Once you begin, momentum will take over. It also helps to create a deadline or a commitment device. Commit to someone else, or better yet, tell the world about your goal. Studies show that people are more likely to follow through when they've made a public commitment. The fear of letting others down can push you to take action, even when you don't feel like it. Rather than waiting for motivation to hit, take action first. Motivation often follows action, not the other way around. When you start working, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that makes you want to keep going. Chapter 5. The comfort zone. Comfort. How it turns into your prison. Comfort zones feel safe, but staying in them too long can be dangerous. It's easy to settle into a routine and avoid challenges, but this self-imposed limit on your growth will eventually feel like a prison. Psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, known for her work on mindset, explains that the fixed mindset keeps us stuck in our comfort zones. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are set in stone. They avoid challenges because they fear failure. However, those with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. A Harvard Business Review study found that high performers are often those who seek out discomfort. These individuals are not afraid to step outside their comfort zones and tackle tough situations head-on. It's through this process of discomfort that they build resilience and strength. The fact is, growth happens only when we face challenges. When you stay comfortable, you avoid risks, and without risks, you can't make progress. The most successful people in the world embrace discomfort. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking a career leap, or confronting personal fears, these challenges are what lead to true growth. You don't have to take giant leaps, though. Start by making small, calculated decisions that push you just beyond your current limits. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, taking on a new project, or simply getting uncomfortable by trying something new each week. The more you push yourself, the more your comfort zone expands. Chapter 6. The self-talk sabotage. How negative inner conversations destroy your confidence. You are your own biggest critic. Every day, the voice inside your head tells you what you can't do, what you're not good at, and why you won't succeed. But here's the truth. That voice is lying to you. The way you talk to yourself shapes your reality. According to Shad Helmstetter in his book What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, our brains listen to the negative messages we constantly repeat. These self-doubts slowly erode our confidence and prevent us from reaching our potential. When we tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we'll never succeed, we start to believe it. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can change the narrative. Dr. Louise Hay, a renowned self-help author, said, "If you accept a limiting belief, then it will become a truth for you." The key to breaking this cycle is to practice positive self-talk. One simple strategy is to reframe negative thoughts. For example, instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," try, "I'm still learning, and I'll get better with time." This shift in mindset is crucial because our brains are wired to respond to the language we use. Positive affirmations can be a powerful tool to change how you see yourself and your potential. In fact, a study published in Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience found that positive self-talk can actually activate areas of the brain related to motivation and performance. When you speak kindly to yourself, you're more likely to take on challenges and push through obstacles. Another effective strategy is to surround yourself with positive influences. Spend time with people who uplift you and encourage your growth. Negative people can fuel your self-doubt, but supportive relationships can help you silence the inner critic and replace it with self-belief.